know y'all didn't think I was just gonna leave y'all like that. Welcome y'all, welcome back to Homestead Heart. And today you all, I know you all saw the video where I recently harvested over 100 or so bulbs of garlic, okay? Now we planted a little bit more than 100, but I'm only harvesting, I think it was maybe like 116 or something like that. But you all, I had been harvesting garlic periodically from week to week for like the last 6 weeks or so, and using it in our meals. But this is what we have left, and I'm going to show you all how I'm curing my garlic over the next 2 to 3 weeks to make sure that this garlic will last me a bit longer and store really well if I choose not to freeze dry, dehydrate, or pickle it in any kind of way, okay? So let's go ahead and get this out. Now, first of all, Mrs. H, what is this concoction right here? What you done right here? So y'all, this is actually my clothesline. Many of you know that I have a clothesline out here, 2 of them actually, that I really don't mind using in the summer months because the clothes, they dry really fast. And I don't mind putting them out on the line. I mean, it's like early in the morning. I don't know, it's peaceful, right? Especially when you could just smell the freshness of the sheets as they blow in the wind and all of that. I just love it, right? But in any case, y'all, this is my clothesline. And what I have here is a row cover. Now, I have row covers that are for a 50-foot row in the garden. And I think I even have 1 or 2 that's 100 foot in length to cover your garden rows, okay? So, and if I'm not mistaken, I think this one is probably a 50-foot row right here, okay? So what I have done is that I've taken 1 row cover and I've started it here and taken it over the top and used clothespins to hold it in place, and then I folded it back over itself and kind of overlapped the ends, and I kept going all the way down. Now, why did I do that? Because in my little cattle panel greenhouse there, it is way too hot in there to put the garlic in. I was originally going to put it in there and maybe put a couple of fans in to keep the air circulating, but y'all, I just did not want to take any chances with my garlic being in that greenhouse as hot as it is right now. And so I covered the clothesline with these row covers here, put clothespins on it, and this is giving me shade. As you can see, I'm in the shade, right? As you can see, I'm in the shade, and you can see just past the row cover, you can see all the sun down there, right? And so it's doing a great job of keeping. Now, I do have some oaks right here that help, but with the sun coming from this direction, all of this is mostly in the sun at a certain time of the day. So this is helping to keep the sun off because I don't want the garlic in the sun. I want it covered, all right? Now, unfortunately, if you do cure your garlic outside and you use some kind of a contraption or cover like what I'm doing, keep in mind that this is breathable, which means that water can come through here, all right? And so what would I do if it starts to rain? So what I would have to do, I would have to come out here and cover my garlic completely with a tarp. Let me give it some distance between that other table. Because that way the tarp can fold all the way over this table, all the way over from side to side, end to end. Because the garlic, you do not want this garlic to get wet as it tries to dry out, okay? So I will have to cover it with a tarp. But so far, I don't have any rain in the forecast, at least for the next couple of weeks. But you never know how the tropics can ramp up. You just never know what could be going on. So y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and get this garlic out. I sprayed my table down and I allowed it to dry because I didn't want the table wet. So I allowed it to dry, and now I'm gonna go ahead and get my garlic out, all right? So, oh no, I don't think I gotta bring y'all no closer, but I can, just a little. All right, so now what I'm gonna do, let me back this up. I'm gonna take my garlic out, you all, and I'm gonna lay, now don't pile your garlic. If you're gonna cure it and it's your first time growing garlic, you don't pile it all up on top of one another. You're gonna lay them out in single layers, okay? All right, so let's get started. This is beautiful. Isn't that just gorgeous? Now you make sure that when you harvest your garlic, that you get all of, you don't want, when you harvest your garlic, most of the dirt is going to pull off, right? But just make sure you give it a tap if you got some big clumps on there, because you don't want all those additional. Look at how this was coming off. Look at that. Yeah, see, that's what you don't want. You don't want to lose that paper around the garlic by leaving it in the ground too long. And I think this was the third leaf, second leaf here, third leaf here. So we were very close, right? We pushed it. So you don't want to leave a whole lot of dirt on this garlic. Make sure you tap it off. I'm hoping I can get 100 bulbs on here. I may have to use that other table. This is a lot. I may have to use that other table, y'all. Okay, so now that's the first row, just about. So I may have to do it like so. Oh, that might work. If I stagger it, that might work. Still a single layer. So I think I may do that, because that's giving me way more room than I would have had if I would not stagger it. Oh yeah, look at all that extra space I'm getting doing it this way. How about that? So that did give me way more space to do it this way. Come on close. So you can see how I've done this. Let me tilt y'all down some. There we go. There we go. So now you can see just how I have this garlic staggered a bit here. So you can see how I have it. And this is going to allow for air to still get through, all of the bulbs here being on the very ends, okay? And so I'm going to do that all the way down. And then when I get to this side, I'm going to do it the same way, except I'm just going to have the garlic bulbs facing this direction like so, okay? Get. Woo, get. All right. So y'all, that's what I'm doing. I am getting my garlic out so that I can get it nice and cured. Look at this. Aren't these some beautiful sized garlic bulbs here? Look at that in my hand. Isn't that awesome? Just look. Look at there. They're taking up my hand, the 2 bulbs. Now you also have the option to hang your garlic. You also have the option to hang your garlic, like if you have a greenhouse or if you have a place like in a laundry room or pantry or something. You can even just hang the garlic in there. If you don't have a whole lot of it, then you can just hang the garlic inside, and that would suffice as well. Okay? Yeah, I need to knock some of this dirt off. That's a lot of dirt on there, and I definitely don't want that much dirt. All right, so I'm gonna put that there. Actually, I'm gonna show you all this garlic right here, because I asked the question in the last video about how my garlic was growing kind of weird. You see how it developed a bulb here? And then you had these 2 extras on the side. I call them stowaways, but they look like one root system. But this is like an extra piece of our garlic bulb that was forming attached to the main bulb. And I thought that was so weird. Can y'all see that? I thought that was so strange. And I have a few like that. There's nothing wrong with them. But I thought that was so strange that they started to separate, or either they just grew like that. All right. So this is so easy to do this way, allowing the garlic to just sit out. And I'm sure you all can see the airflow under here. You could see just how well the breeze is underneath. I mean, it's just beautiful how the wind is blowing and all of this air just coming through. I think I need another clothespin. Hold up. Let's see. Or maybe this one is just getting a little too loose. Oh, I see. Okay. I see what I need to do. Pin that together. All right, so I got that pinned together. But y'all, this is gonna make some excellent shade. Oh, y'all can't even see me. This is gonna make some excellent shade for our garlic. Look at that. Just look at how the air is just flowing through, but it's out of the sun. So this is gonna make an excellent shade barrier for the garlic, you all. So I still have a bit more garlic to get on this table. And if push comes to shove, I can always take the ginger off the table and move it somewhere else. And I'll keep my little bunching onions underneath because it's getting hot and the onions don't really like all of that. So I'll keep my bunching onions underneath here as well. That'll just help keep them cool and out of the direct sun so they can go ahead and grow, right? So y'all, that's gonna do it. I really just wanted to bring you all along and show you how I'm setting the garlic out to be cured. And yeah, this is gonna be a 2 to 3 week process. I want all of this to be completely dry, the paper, all of it to be completely dry. See, I was about to lose my paper. Whoops. I was about to lose the paper here, you could tell. Look at that. So y'all, this has to be completely dry. My root system needs to be completely dried out, okay? And once that part is done, over the next 2 to 3 weeks, you all, I'm gonna come back and show you all the next step in curing or preserving, actually, the preserving step of my garlic, okay? So this hopefully will be a 3-part video mini series to show you step by step. Actually, it's going to be a 4-part because we did the planting, right? The only thing I didn't show was how I fertilized it one time with some fish emulsion right at the root system about a month or so. No, it wasn't a month or so after we planted it. It was more so after it came out of, well, actually it never went into dormancy because it was so hot. In the month of November and even in parts of December, it stayed so warm that the garlic bulbs literally just started sprouting. And they never just had a dormant period where they didn't sprout because we had such warm temperatures here, right? But I would say out of the spring, once it started warming up, I gave them a shot of nitrogen fish emulsion that was properly mixed. I did a video on how to properly mix the 511, that fish emulsion, okay? Because you don't want to burn your stuff up with that. So if you like to see that video, I'll post it at the end of this video or somewhere in the video. I will share that with you, how I mix fish emulsion. I do it the same, which is basically following the instructions, all right? And I gave them a shot of the fish emulsion in the early spring, and I haven't fertilized them anymore since then. They've just literally been growing on their own in a very fertile raised bed, right? Or a organic matter, or raised bed filled with organic matter. They have been growing in that bed, okay? And I love those beds for my root crops. So what I'm gonna do, you all, is post the link to the videos, maybe the playlist at the end of this video so that you can see what we've done thus far. And the final video, a part of this, will be how Mrs. H is going to store her garlic, whether I do it 1 or 2 ways or 3 ways, who knows, all right? And maybe garlic powder will be a part of that, all right, y'all? So that's gonna do it for this video. If you like the video, go ahead and like the video. Give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos that we upload to our channel. And we do appreciate you again for watching Homestead Heart, you all, so much. And I know some people, I forgot this, some people like to take their garlic and braid it, you all, especially if you have like a hard neck garlic. Some people like to braid the garlic so that the garlic bulbs can just kind of hang dry. And you can do that if you like, right? But I don't know if I can do that with this type of garlic here. But I know some people do. Yep, I would have to sit down and do this. But if I braided this garlic, you all, then I would just literally be able to hang the garlic up and let it dry like that. And then if I needed a bulb, I could just literally come and just cut off one, and the others would still be hanging, drying, curing, or just being preserved that way, okay? So I've never really seen anybody braid a soft neck garlic. I've seen people do it with a hard neck, but not so much as with a soft neck. So if you do it with a soft neck garlic, please post it in the comment section below and let everybody know that that's what you do. And how long does your garlic last? And if you're in northern climates, please do this. Please post in the comment section below northern climate and what garlic you feel grows best in your climate. And if you're in a southern climate, please post that in the comment section. Southern climate and what garlic you feel grows the best in the south. Okay, we would love to know your thoughts on the varieties of garlic that you've experienced growing and you know that they do well either in the north or the south. Please share that in the comment section below. All right, you all, that's gonna do it. Thank you all again so much for watching Homestead Heart. If y'all only knew how good this smells. Mrs. H, that's weird. Garlic smell good. Maybe not so much if somebody breathing it in your face, but but this smells good. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for watching Homestead Heart. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you. And I'm going to see y'all in the next video. I still haven't gotten around to harvesting that basil, cilantro. None of it. Dill. None of it. And it's past time. Y'all, I got work to do.